that she can accelerate even just assuming it at this point.
If anyone was gonna flame you, and you're
JJ, hit me with that stat, because I think that might have been the first time.
Yeah,
we'll
take anything, JJ.
easy to move around in this game. Like,
yeah. And Bryle did play great in this previous game, even though he was on a losing team.
just brought in its tangos as well as Mango. So he's getting some regeneration back. This top lane appears to be really difficult for Ice. It's 16-3 versus 6-1 on the Brewmaster. Yes, he's got a creep wave coming under the tower, but he's had a real hard time finding the last hits underneath the tower because he has to walk in range of the Iron Shell burn.
I'm not sure if this matchup, I mean, I know this is a Darkseer favorite matchup for the initial few levels, but I don't think it's this bad. This is a very well played matchup by Forev. This is maybe 60-40, but it's certainly not this sort of disparity. He's doubled them up.
It has to be because he's just underneath the tower, right? Like, Ice is 61 damage, is having a hard time finding any of the last hits against Forev.
So weird. It's something you used to see way back in the day, like that post-TI 5-6 meta where Darkseer was just always in these 1v1s. But we just haven't had a trialing meta in so long. I feel like a lot. You want to be 22 picking for, right? you want to be 22 picking for, right? In particular is their best. In particular is their best. In particular is their best. in particular is their best.
Moves from Fnatic.
Yeah, I think if 4F TPs there to get the in particular is their best.
Moves from Fnatic.
Yeah, I think if 4F TPs there to get the in March, not positioning himself perfectly, a little too close, wavered a bit, and that leap from Mu was just not far enough to get away from that clap after split ended. Well played from both sides. 4F does TP down, but a bit late. They do find the kill. Top lane, however, you've got a free farming OD now entering that lane uncontested, and he will be going for a more offensive build this game. The Tranquils into the Kaya. I like this. This is Abed. You're your team superstar. You know, don't give yourself. 4-staff BKB, it's nice, but these games are gonna go late.
Yep.
Plan for it. Prepare.
I'm liking this with Mu. Iron Shell him up. He's got a double damage rune. A Dire Observer Ward. Saw DJ for a moment. He wants to jump. He doesn't want to waste this DD timing by farming up camps. Reveals himself by doing it underneath that Radiant Obs, and you're already seeing ES in a very defensive position. Same for MP.
But they know, like, no one's showing middle, and the puck is top. There's something fishy, and Fnatic knows it.
4 heroes from VGJ on bottom lane. Very heavily telegraphed. Narbed will not move to the mid.
The ward, by the way, in the lane does help them. It's not just a guess. They kind of see him wandering through the woods.
Yeah. Mu's actually just going to go jungle now. He's, okay, was he? Or was he just trying to stack? That's what. And actually failed the stack. Timing was a little bit off.
That's okay.
Interesting move by Forev. Actually, he puts down the wall, gets a copy of the Weaver, and then almost killed the courier with it.
And this, I mean, since we have a bit of a downtime, like, acceleration, Toby, it's so key in this patch. And when you do things like 4Ev is walking around, he had his great start, and now he's got a hood, he's going to be rushing pipe. I just wish he had something that enabled him to pressure the map more. He could have had HOD at like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
You're trying to push this tower, you could have a catapult. If you want to play this way, away from your team.
And that was something we saw Faith Beyond running yesterday. Top lane, the silencers, as well as the chain stuns, make it very difficult for ISIS to find this, in fact, impossible.
Yep, Fear with the perfect build. 1 point stroke of Fate, 3 point silence, 2 point trouble.
Now we'll see if that hood's able to save him. Starts his surge, but Sinister Gaze pulls him back in, wastes a lot of time, but even the Chain Frost, they want to find this kill. Forev continues to run up, but the Magnetize, another rock placed down, and Forev will tick out. All that sustainability seems to count for naught. Maybe Mu can get a revenge. No, yeah, he's already beginning his TP away.
Make some space though. Bryle already with the blink. Skip the Veil this time. Right choice. There's not nearly as much magic damage. You replace the Venomancer with a Darkseer. So he's just going to go for that Blink bots build and do what he did last game. You know, just spam, just push lanes.
They're going after Mu. Rolling ball to the kickback into the hammer. But then Warcry. Marsh tries to create some space. Bryle as well has Dreamfall available. They're trying to give Mu a blink spot, and that's exactly what happens. But the orb from Arbet follows through. Bryle still is very uncertain. He wants to fight this, but with the Weaver arriving, he'll get bugs onto the puck. This makes it very difficult to use that blink dagger of his. He'll have to get the dream call with the wall. They have some kind of combination, but puck instantly brought back. He jumped onto the edge of his coil. That's why he's already back in the middle of this fight. Yeah, we're not going to bet if we get this one. Then a rolling ball forward. Grimstroke has nowhere to go. J.Storm committing heavily on the economy to try and win this fight, but it just ain't happening. So the run for the bounty runes begins. And All 4 actually go the way of J.Storm. I don't think that's enough to make up for what happened, and they're going to go for another kill. Stormbolt over on the Weaver. This intel of Arbet, 24 stolen intel. He hits so hard, they just want one target. March will present himself as Darkseer can surge away. Chain killing from Fnatic.
This is what you're looking for. You're supporting Fnatic. Abed, #1 net worth. Scaling, looking good, and oh man, that's what I'm looking for too. Ice Slice with the Vlads, baby. That's what I'm talking about. And the tower denied. That's all because of the bonus 15% damage. You already know.
I don't think you actually realized I was trying to bait you a little bit more with the Dominator just to make sure. He's like, oh, he's not going to go Vlads.
No. The thing is, so that buyback, yeah, it's costly, but really, that one bounty rune, yeah, you pay for it with your own gold, but as a team, it's even if you just get that one bounty. So even though that was very Fnatic favorite, the gold itself did not change. Experience, on the other hand, that's where you've got a bit of a worry because all of a sudden the OD is level 13. Yep. Maxed out Orb, maxed out Astral, and he's got a Blink Dagger ready. Great choice from Abed. It allows him. This is pure offense. He's not that threatened. J.Storm not in a position where they're really looking to hunt at the moment.
Well, J.Storm are going to do it. Bottom lane is where the initiation comes in, but it comes from Fnatic. They've already killed off Fear. Now they're moving forward with Warcry. They want to actually trigger everything they've got to find this kill, but it's over on an Earth Spirit. Earth Spirit for Grimstroke moves here. He can't jump forward. They're not close enough to him. Now he can. And they do find the kill. This is Forev trying to make the most of the pipe, but there's been no opportunity to really use it because there's a split push. Ice is forcing him the top lane. OD actually took a tower in mid lane.
Check out the items as well. Ice is buying a Midas. If he gets this tower, he'll have enough gold for it too. And you got to be concerned. This is a different take from the last game. Fnatic, my man Dubu.
Bottom. They're coming in. MP runs in through the back. He didn't actually start off with a swarm, which is kind of surprising. The Chain Frost doesn't bounce over. It only hits Forev once, but they have the stun. They have the control. Forev, the whole surge has just been weighted. He'll throw down a Darkseer wall, but it will not be able to help him at all. With Arbed rotating over, this is now going to be momentum shifting in to a tier 1 tower. And actually, they caught Grimstroke with the end of the Brewmaster ulti. He used the Storm Brewing to send Fear up into the air. 2 heroes gone. And J.Storm, with their itemization, they want to be stronger in these team fights, but they look to be so much weaker.
I've got to put, this is one of the benefits of having a coach. I don't know what Dubu did, but all of a sudden Fnatic has completely, radically changed the way they itemize and most importantly, what timing I feel like they're looking to end the game. It's no longer 20, 25 minutes. They're perfectly fine going late. And sure, you're up against a PA. It could be troublesome, but all 3 of these cores are going to scale. They're going to ramp up fast.
I think you're very right. You look at MP's itemization, Diffusal Blade, and now he just is like, okay, I'm going to get Maelstrom after this. Yeah. We're just like, what did I fail in the last game? I have no damage. What am I going to potentially overcompensate for is now damage in this game. Moon trying to juke around the tree lines, not going to be possible. Arbed building up too much intel underneath the Dire Shrine. Fnatic having this confidence with a Blink Dagger OD with Kaya. He is just always on the front lines.
Yeah, and this is, like, again, like, I like the players on Fnatic. I think they're a great team. I just feel like they have the potential to be elite, and thus far in this season, they haven't really had that standout stellar performance.
Well, it's like you put an All-Stars lineup together. It's like, you know, these All-Stars need a function.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, like, they're All-Stars in their own roles. It's not like you've got that extra 1 position. There's not overcompensation, like, oh, there's too many heroes that need farm, too many players that need farm in this. Like, they can make the most of nothing.
And they outplayed J.Storm that last game for the first 20, 25 minutes. The strategy from the American side was effectively, hey, we're going to wait in our base. And for a little bit, it seemed like it might work, but this is what I like. Look at the net worth on Abed. He's going to have a BKB about the same time he had it last game, but this time he's got that bonus item. And because you have the bonus item now, it means you'll have 2 bonus items in about 15 minutes. That's why you got to start saving for retirement now, kids. Don't wait until your 30s, all right? You will want to be on a beach when you're old and gray. So start putting away. You know, $20 even. $20 a month is a big deal.
I can recommend Australian beaches. There's cheap accommodation. Great place to retire.
$20 a month actually is not. Yeah, it's better than nothing.
You may need a little bit more than that. Maybe Australia is not your best place. Australia is actually a little bit more expensive to live in these days. is not your best place. Australia is actually a little bit more expensive to live in these days. Yet. You still haven't even finished up the Desolator, and in fact, wait, he's switching back in for BKB. Oh, he's got the Desolator on the Courier. He needs to TP back and pick that up.
It's just crisp game for Fnatic. They're making it look easy right now. That melee rack is dead.
PA is still not here. It is 4B very farm, and even the BKB from OD. He'll dodge anything they throw their way. Room hasn't even committed the split yet. He crits down the puck, who's dead again, and PA joins the fight and then instantly dies, exploded by the hammer of OD. Is this even the full game now? They're falling apart at J.Storm. What has happened?
Abed's got a meteor hammer, that's what's happened.
Lacoste will be happy.
They are not concerned any longer. And this is the Fnatic I expect to see when I show up to cast some goddamn Dota 2. Thank you. Here we go.
Aggressive jump forward, getting in the front of it. Even the rolling boulder, the stun time with the meteor hammer, perfectly combated against Fear. Abed's got 40 stolen intelligence. He doesn't care about Darkseer illusions. You don't need Brewmaster to dispel this crap. You just need Abed to just beat through all of them, kick back in the Darkseer. He'll go down. Maybe now you should start dealing. Stop walking through the wall, guys. March still wants to try and fight. They're ignoring him. He's actually just walking with them. Ice was doing objective-based Dota in the meantime. Now the OD will fall, and Fnatic, okay, you've overcommitted. You just gave a double kill to move. Over 1.2k gold from this. They still took a lane and a half worth of frags, melee on both of them. Ice is in a little bit of trouble. He needs to create some space for his Brewmaster to get away, then he's able to do so.
You know what Fnatic hit? You know what I love? They hit a timing, Toby. They had 3 BKBs that all came online within 2.5 minutes of it. They have an Aegis, they've got a Vlad's, they go high ground. You can't kill anyone because you don't have a BKB on your core, and there's no damage to threaten anyone on the side of Fnatic once they pop that magic immunity. And all of a sudden, Fnatic is unstoppable. They get the 2 racks. It took them twice as long to do that in the previous game, and this is what I want to see them do when they go forwards in the tournament against harder matchups. Not to say this game is over, of course. Anything could happen.
It really could. That's why I'm kind of worried. Like, we were there in game 1. We were being a little bit negative because we're like, okay, this game looks dumb. We don't see a way back.
That game was dumb. All right, I'm sorry. I got to call it like it is. That was a rough game.
It reigns true and supreme at the end of the day.
This is because Fnatic, you have 3 cores. You have 3 ways to deal massive amounts of damage. You can see Ice, he blinks into 5, pops BKB, and they have to just ignore him completely as he wreaks havoc on the back lines. You have a buyback on Fear, but
it's the opposite of game 1 from Fnatic. We got all this damage as opposed to we got all this survivability.
It's amazing how much
itemization can make you good.
Offense.
And then they can even find the double damage rune that's sitting in bottom river and give that to MP. This would... It's not going to be them pushing high ground. In fact, the next timing you're probably going to be starting to think about is Roshan, who's a minute and 15 seconds away from potential spawn time. They've already taken the tier 2 tower on bottom. They got 1 more shrine to remove. This will ensure that J.Storm, there is no buybacks that will help contest Roshan. They don't have him anyway because they're short of money or it's on cooldown.
And to go to the 10th pick Weaver, I said why I don't like it at the start of the game, why I like it. It is MP's best hero, and it hit the timing. That's the key. Yes, in the mega late game, an Abyssal PA could theoretically just crit you to death, right? But if you're able to threaten high ground and consistently fight with your team at this 20 to 25 minute mark, you are a beast.
They're coming to fight. Radiant scan. They understand that no one's coming down. They're going to wrap around the top instead. J.Storm in the cover of this smoke, and DJ, he's sitting on the tree lines. He wants to break the smoke himself. No, he'll rolling boulder up. But eyes do turn towards Roshan. Still 20 seconds before he potentially can spawn. Park.
Obi-Wan's on the high ground, Toby. I don't know how this ends.
Oh, then BKB, Ice, instantly pumping in towards March. They orb themselves away. Moo, he wanted to actually jump in. He was using the stun that was from Grimstroke, but he never got it off. DJ will rolling boulder in. The defensive imprisonment from Abed will buy more time and just flagged himself. They want to go for the kill. DJ rolling boulder out. The back won't pull him back in. In fact, DJ does get up the hill and then, well, he'll die. Buybacks there, but Abed built up so much intelligence. The hammer drop, it hurts so hard, and the PA has almost no life. In fact, it is no life. Gets immolated down by Ice. Jump forward, rolling boulder, no stun, will not be able to reach the retreating J.Storm players. Here will get his own TP out. Blind, off target. But top lane, that's the one that counts. Bryle down, Moo down. J.Storm won't be able to contest Roshan, even though he's a long spawn timer. Maybe Fnatic just go up high ground.
And the thing about it, this game, J.Storm, you're in a position, like, you don't have a GPM talent on 4F. You've got a pipe and a mech, and yeah, that's great, but you're not scaling. You're not going to finish another item before this game ends, most likely. And yeah, you can sit in your base, but Fnatic, you've got a lot more DPS this time. They look ready to close this out.
And they can beat through these buildings really quickly. Like, the damage from the Weaver is already ridiculously good. And they just got to keep the creep wave pushed through in the mid. Very easy to do when they got the bigger creeps. And the top lane will come in too. They'll fortify, but that's a huge wave coming in through top. So Fnatic, they won't worry about this backdoor regeneration. It's only the fortification that delay the fight. Ice to be a frontliner with an extra plate mail on him. He's just so thick and tanky as this Brewmaster. A lot of padding for the winter. But now with the courier over the top of Roshan, they still don't want to go back, but they will. They'll give respect to J.Storm. Without Brewmaster split, they won't take the fight.
Yeah, 18K, 32 minutes in. The right play from Fnatic. You're at a point where if you play properly, you will win the game. You can only throw, right? So kill the shrines, wait for next stages, push a couple lanes, go bottomless 5 once you finish all your core items. This is the way you close it out. You want to be an elite level team. And in the meantime, Roche isn't up. We'll
KB is completed over on the Weaver, so they'll add that up and stop walking through Darkseer walls. Look for a different target. Forev may be it. Brewmaster set him up. Jabs is low, but there goes. You hammer down. Moo will BKB, but he lost 80% of its life before he even got that off. Forev is running back underneath his tier 4 towers. The only safe place he feels, but MP's got the distance, but he doesn't have the speed. Puck is keeping the creep wave out, and then DJ is looking at him. He's not even casting an ability. Bryle is dropping items, trying to force him to fight underneath the creep wave. That's his null talisman, and DJ's doing the same thing. You want this? You can't have this. Bottom lane's going down in the meantime. At least there's a little bit of crap and giggles coming in, but with the Chain Frost and the pullback, MP and Jabs easily pull it off. Now back to the fight. Puck, well, okay, he was back and then he was gone. Moo's looking for damage, not available. MP is a triple kill, and GG, well played. Fnatic will 2-0 the series. They managed to knock out J.Storm during the KL Major too. This one, it definitely wasn't as clean, but on the scoreboard it will be cleaner. 2-0.
And you can see a lot more joy in the team's face after this performance in comparison to the last one.
Well,